lots of members of the allium family that are really worth growing. Many of them are perennial in our area and give us year-round color and flavor for our kitchens. One of my favorites is the onion chives, which make a beautiful border plant. It likes a rich soil and consistent moisture, so not exactly a drought-tolerant plant, and it can tolerate a little bit of filtered light if you don't have a real sunny garden. It puts on beautiful flowers in the spring, which are also edible. A couple of other perennial alliums are the society garlic. Now you'll find the variegated society garlic with a beautiful variegated leaf, and also the green society garlic. Both of these have beautiful purple flowers which are edible and give a nice touch of garlic flavor to egg salad or your green salads, and are just beautiful in the landscape. And because they have such a strong onion flavor, deer don't tend to like them, so they're a great addition to a garden that has deer issues. And then there's the garlic chives. Now these are similar in flavor to the onion chives, although more garlicky, and they have a flat green leaf as opposed to the round leaf, so you'll be able to tell them apart. They're also much larger than the onion chives, and they produce a white flower that's really beautiful, but not a great cut flower because it does make the house smell like garlic when you cut it. But do make sure you keep the flowers cut off of your garlic chives because they produce a lot of seeds and you'll have the seedlings coming up everywhere. Two of my favorites, though, that are particularly for the fall season are the multiplying onions and leeks. Now, green onions are great to grow all winter, but they're kind of tedious to plant. You have to plant them every year. But if you get these multiplying onions, they grow in clumps, and so you'll start out by planting just a single bulb when you buy them, or sometimes you can find the bulbs the green onions already started, and you put them together and they'll grow in a clump like this, and you'll pull those out of the ground. And I'll just pull out some of the larger onions and use those in the kitchen, just kind of pull those away, and then divide the clump and plant the rest of the clump back in the garden. And in fact, this clump I'd probably divide into 3 or 4 different clumps and then plant that back in the garden. They'll just keep multiplying and producing more onions. You can find them in white, red, or yellow onion size, but they don't ever produce big mature onions. They just stay the thin, narrow green onions that are so nice to cook with. Another plant that's really great to grow in the fall is the leek, and these are wonderful for soups and sauces and stir fries, and they're very simple to grow. Now, the leek seedlings look like little leaves of grass, and they're typically grown in deep trenches, and the soil is pulled around the leeks as they grow. And you can grow them that way, but I tend to just plant the leeks in my perennial beds. And what will happen with the leeks and the multiplying onions is they go dormant in the hot weather. As soon as it starts to cool up and often we get more rains in fall, then those bulbs magically reappear. So you want to make sure that you're not disturbing them through the summer months as they've gone dormant. The leeks will grow in large clumps like this. So I take this clump, just dig it out of the ground. You want to use a spade because they do grow rather deep. And I'll take out the larger leeks and then plant these small leeks back in the garden. And plant them rather deep. And they do like a very rich soil with lots of nutrients. Now I do plant my leeks around the roses. The leeks do have, all members of the allium family have sulfur compounds in them, so that might have a fungicidal effect. Another way to multiply the number of leeks that you have, now normally we would cut the root off of the leek like this, but if you actually leave a little bit more of the white fleshy tissue on the root and cut that off, you can plant that in the garden and another plant will come from it. You can also buy them at the grocery store if they have nice healthy white roots, and again leave a little bit more of that white tissue, plant that, and you'll get a new leek from those roots. But you'll take the leek and cut off most of the green leaves and just use the white part of the leek. And it's really delicious to use in your kitchen. You'll really enjoy having fresh leeks all winter long in your garden.